a.m.
Well, Renee is at Cider Corps in Downtown Mesa, and this is a really cool story.
Yeah, vet-owned company tapping a special red, white, and blue brew for Independence Day. And I know, Renee, I've got a couple of buddies. They love this hard cider. It's kind of like, the craft beer thing was a while ago.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, craft cider is a big thing. So, of course, we're coming into the 4th of July here. So, Cider Corps, they're definitely bottling some really good stuff right ahead of the holiday. And, of course, like you mentioned, they are veteran-owned, and it's a really special story that we've learned out here in Mesa. And we're talking to Jason this morning. He is one of the co-founders, co-owners of Cider Corps. Tell me a little bit about your story here and why you guys started making craft cider.
So we started making craft cider kind of as a therapeutic hobby for me when I got back from Afghanistan in 2012. And just over time, we started developing something that we thought was good, and now here we are.
You know, it's amazing how a lot of stories like this for small businesses kind of start that way. It's like, let's make something that we like, and then all of a sudden it blows up into this. Walk me through the process a little bit of what you guys do.
So, we're looking at the bottling line, or the labeler. So we'll label them, we'll fill the bottles, cap them, put them in these 3-packs for our release tomorrow.
And normally these things are churning and rolling over here, but we're kind of showing you how this works. So after this process, they come off the line and they go over here?
Yes, ma'am. So we'll bring them over here, we'll sanitize the bottles, throw them on our little bottling line, cap them, and just keep moving from there.
Now, is this a manual process here when you're actually bottling these?
Yeah, so for our smaller runs, we're going to use this little machine, so we can do 4-head filler, and then if we're doing a bigger one, we'll run it on our larger line.
Now, this is kind of what makes you a craft cidery, right? You don't have like a big line that's doing all this for you. It's a little more labor intensive.
You could say that. Sometimes it comes down to the flavoring and how we do it without using any extracts or sugars or artificial flavoring, or you could judge it by its size.
All right. Well, tell me a little bit about the flavoring in some of these. What makes your guys' cider special?
Well, specifically for this release tomorrow, we did a pie series, a red, white, and blue. The red is a strawberry rhubarb, the blue is a blueberry, and then our apple. And all of them have all the traditional pie spices that you would find in them.
And you can go ahead and drink those along with your 4th of July pie right here, right, that we're seeing?
Absolutely.
Well, now, is it normally this quiet in here? Because I'm thinking when you guys are working, it gets pretty loud.
It's pretty noisy back here. Yeah, the front room gets filled up with people. We come back here, fire up the line. There's a lot of clanking going on with all the glass, and just trying to have a good time and drink cider.
Yeah, well, you can certainly see your success because you've just expanded, correct?
We did. So we did 2 expansions. One was adding Mike's Pizza, and then the other part was breaking this extra 2,200 square foot where we added 180 barrel capacity.
Wow. Okay, so this new release, it's coming out tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock, right? Where can people get it?
They can come here to the tap room. That's the only place you're going to be able to get the bottles. The release is at 10 a.m., and then we're going to release at 5 p.m. for the taps.
Give us your address.
31 South Robson. We're in downtown Mesa, across major Crossroads Big Country Club in Maine.
Jason, thank you so much. Hey, Celeste, Troy, we've also got a completely other side to the cidery that we're going to introduce you to because it's pretty cool as well. So you can come out here for all sorts of things. Yeah, so we're going to show you kind of the food side, the hangout side, and there's some pretty interesting things they're doing out there today, too. So I'm going to show you all that coming up in a while.
I like that guy.
And, thank him for his service. That is
like
a big
him, right?
deal. Yeah,
I do.
He's a really cool guy.
Good
They
vibe.
said thank you for your service. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's so
Yeah,
nice.
so,
Thank
it's
him for delicious.
therapeutic
We're
to be
talking
in
about the cider
atmospheres like
service
this.
now.
Right. Both.
Yeah, but those ciders look so beautiful.
Yeah, they
the
do.
The red, white, and blue,
and
the color
the
of them.
packaging looks amazing.
Excellent. I love that.
We love
this. A Cider Corps, Downtown Mesa, vet-owned company, and they came up with something very special for Independence Day, red, white, and blue. I love the packaging on this, Renee, and you're showing us the front of the store here.
Yeah, it's so great.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So Cider Corps, we're of course in downtown Mesa, like you mentioned. And like you said, they are veteran owned, family operated craft cidery and tap room. Also Mike's Pizza. So there's a lot of things that you could do here. And when you come in and you taste some of this cider, Josh, this is not going to disappoint. There's plenty to taste here, right?
Yeah, plenty to choose from. As you can see, we have about 15 different ciders on at a time. We have a cider slushy, which is it's a rotating cider slushy. We put our cider base in there, and then we add flavors based on just what sounds good.
Josh, we can't gloss over that. Cider slushy?
Cider slushy.
How did you come up with that?
Kind of by accident. Spring training, we were trying to figure out how to get people from the ballpark into here, and thought, let's freeze it and see what happens, and now it's our best seller.
Well, good things happen. So a lot of people coming out for the cider slushy when it's hot outside, right? Tell me a little bit about these taps.
These taps are just grenades that we get from the military surplus store. We wanted something that, as people were going to different bars around and even in here, they'd be able to see something different.
Yeah, what do people say when they see these?
Same thing that he just said is like, whoa, these are so awesome.
And by he means the guy behind the camera, Eric here. So we both kind of came over here and we're like, what on earth is that?
Yeah, we'll have to start making them to sell.
Yeah, they are pretty interesting. Okay, all of these flavors here, what do you guys have? Does it rotate in and out? What can people get?
Yeah, we rotate very regularly. We try to give people kind of a span of dry, semi-dry, semi-sweet. So we have everything from our sangria-inspired ciders, which are obviously super fruity, to like a Moscow Mule camouflage. It's our Moscow Mule inspired with ginger and lime.
Wow.
So really dry and citrus.
Okay, but you guys put some things that are special in your mixes, in your drinks, and then you leave some stuff out. So it's gluten-free, right?
It is gluten-free, yep.
Okay,
Yes.
and then no artificial sweeteners?
Correct, yeah. We don't use any sugar in our process at all. Everything that's in there is just natural fruit sugars. Yeah, no.
So you can come out here tomorrow and you can taste these new flavors that you've got just in time for 4th of July. Walk me through these a little bit.
Yeah, so we have the red, white, and blue, the pie series. So we have our strawberry rhubarb pie, our apple pie, and our blueberry pie. And those 3-packs are on sale tomorrow, like you said, $17.76 for the 3-pack. And
now,
they're delicious.
I learned that sometimes with cider, it sneaks up on you a little bit, right? If you're not used to drinking cider, you kind of need something to eat at the same time. What can you get out here?
So we just recently brought in Mike's Pizza. He's a local pizza maker, and he was just doing a lot of pop-up stuff. So we brought him in. He got his pizza oven fired up a few weeks ago, and so now Tuesday through Saturday, he's here every day from 5 to 9 p.m.
Wow, Josh, thank you so much. So, guys, this is released tomorrow, 10 a.m., but tomorrow also pizza, of course, and they're actually going to have food trucks out here so you can come out and taste the cider and get a look at all of this great stuff they've got behind the bar
Easy,
as well.
Eric.
Come on, Eric.
You're tasting the
Easy.
cider now?
Well, if he's going to partake, he'll have to take the light rail back, because since you're right there in
Renee
downtown
can drive.
Mesa.
Yeah.
Hey, Renee, can you do me a
Yeah,
favor?
I'll be the designated driver.
Will you tap with that, just a little bit of that Slurpee, or whatever it's
Yeah,
called,
we-
the slushy? I
we-
want
the
to see that cider
slushy.
slushy.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
what-
we'll
just
see
a
the
little bit
Slurpee
of it.
come out.
Yeah, we were
Yes.
hot on the slushy.
Is it ready to
Cider
go?
slushy?
Have Eric take a taste of that. I know you don't like doing that on TV. Just a little bit.
I'll put my mouth on the.
See,
Look at that, you guys.
It's really flowing.
That's pretty incredible, though.
Hey, you better slow that
Maybe
thing
it's
down.
got to warm up
All right, we'll come back at the end of the show.
to see that.
Okay, let's see.
It's a little thick. Oh, you're going to try to...
Ooh.
Well, go ahead. What are you going to do?
No, I'm smelling it.
Oh.
What does it
Then
smell
give it
like?
to Eric.
Blueberries?
Yeah, Eric, there you go. He's
Yeah,
not afraid.
blueberries.
Nobody knows what Eric just did. Yes or no? Good?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a big straw.
That's a huge straw.
That's not some little tiny McDonald's straw. All right, he likes it. All right, good.
All right, thank you, you two. Great job out there.